But I imagine you got to be very happy with the way Jon Gray pitched tonight. A couple of walks, but he attacked the zone.
I thought, after the 2 walks, well, in the first inning I thought he pitched aggressive. Came back, had, a couple 3-ball counts, but ended up throwing strikes. And then the 2 walks, so the first 5-6 hitters maybe a little bit off, right? But then from there, he reeled it in and pitched really well. The 3 strikeouts obviously were huge for Jon. Gave him some confidence and momentum moving forward. And then from that point on, I thought great mix of the fastball, the slider, and the curve, mixing a couple changeups as well. So that was one of the better ones for Jon, I thought, overall. I mean, he kept the ball down. He got some grounders, got a couple double play balls. I thought, in the scheme of things, that was a good one for Jon. Really was. And we needed it for our bullpen as well. I mean, 8 innings, and then, Wade's usage hasn't been a lot the last 10 days, so he needed to pitch, and he pitched fine. He was pretty sharp too, so it was a good one. Good one on the pitching side, and offensively we did a nice job.
Can you zoom in on what you said? So he walked the first 2 in the second.
Right.
Quite a turnaround for the 3 Ks right after.
Right.
Were you seeing loose pitches a little bit in the first 2? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, didn't he fall behind Peterson 3-0?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think Muncy was a deeper count, and then I think he got Turner. 3-0 to the leadoff hitter was not. And I'd have to go back and see what he did against Muncy, but I think it was a deeper count to Muncy as well.
So did he really bear down?
Well, I think he found the feel for his slider once he walked the first 2 guys, because he threw some sliders to Pollock that were solid. And then, a couple breaking balls to Verdugo, and then he threw a fastball by him. And then to Smith, he threw some good sliders too for the strikeout. So, those 3 hitters, I think, got him confidence in the slider, and then that carried over into the fastball and his other pitches.
And one more follow on, Jon. When we talked to him in Washington after he got hit by that pitch, he talked about not wanting to miss the start. Do you get the sense that he's really craving those big games?
Well, I think that, I think we've seen a lot of growth in Jon this year. We've talked about it. A game like tonight after the first 2 walks, there's been times in the past where that innings has gotten away from him, but he came back and struck out the side. So, again, I think there's, Jon has learned a lot this year about himself and about his pitches and what he needs to do both, in game as far as his mechanics and his stuff. So, in that regard, I'm very proud of him. Just the in-game poise, the in-game, the game awareness and his self-awareness of what he needs to do. It's really stepped up this season.
Buddy, you talked pregame a little bit about the guys being able to exhale, lighten up, and have some fun. Did you notice when Nolan finally got that hit over the second baseman, raised his arms and had fun? Did you notice that?
Well, he looked in the dugout and raised his arms, and that was a big hit for Nolan, right? It has been tough on Nolan, so for that to happen in a big part of the game for us, that was huge for the team and huge for Nolan. So that was, we need more of those tension relievers. So that was good.
And just go at these guys. They're a really good lineup. They feel guys out early, and we just attacked from inning 1. We had a few walks there early, but we got back in the zone. We were just using everything in the zone to make them beat us there.
Yeah, just like an inning after you had your back-to-back walks. What kind of helped you regroup and get back to attacking?
It was just kind of just me noticing that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. And as soon as I noticed that, it was just my whole objective was just to get back to what I said I was going to do. So just be in the zone, be good in the zone, attack them, make them beat us, and earn everything they get.
How much of an emphasis was being able to change the approach or the way you were attacking hitters the 3rd time through the order?
I don't think we gave him too much really to go off of the first couple of times. We mixed a lot tonight with every pitch, and we used changeups, curveballs, sliders a lot. And we used a variety of everything. So I don't feel like they had a really good idea of what was going to come.
Jon, when you look at the progression that you've made, let's say from last season going into this year, what do you think are the primary steps that you've taken?
Probably taking pride whenever I get into situations and jams, kind of like those 2 guys get on base. Just taking a lot of pride in getting out of that, being a guy that can get out of stuff like that. That seems to kind of be like the part of the game that really changes, I guess. Once I get through that part, I feel like I'm going to win.
when you are presented with that situation, is it a mental adjustment that you make? Like, what do you tell yourself to kind of get yourself in that mindset to power through?
Just kind of be real about everything that's going on, and be honest with yourself about what's really happening, and then just, I mean, the answer should be easy from there on out. If you know what really the issue is, and you know, you can make a small fix and adjustment and break it.
I remember seeing you the day after the injury in Washington. You said you weren't going to miss this start. I mean, did you get the sense that this was one of the important games? Obviously,
Yeah.
every game's important, but this one's special.
Yeah, first game back at home against the Dodgers is important, and you know, I really needed to rematch with these guys anyway. So, you know, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to come here and give our team a chance to win, really fight hard, and we responded great, man. Tonight we did. That was the Rockies tonight. I feel like we really came alive there, and I just want to see more of that.
When did you know that the calf was going to be okay? When did you feel okay?
Oh, the leg. It was sore for like 2 days, and then after that, I knew I was going to be fine.
But he talked pregame about just having fun as a team, and when no one got that hit, and if it's hitting, dugout erupted. Like, what kind of boost did that give the team, and how would you describe what the overall feel was after that?
It was awesome. No one was smiling. He just got knocked. You know, he knows he hasn't been playing the way he wants to lately, and you know, it happens to every player. But he's a guy that always climbs up and climbs up higher. So never worried about him. But just to see him go out there and take a single to right, and even one later in that game with 2 strikes, it's just him. You know, being a good team. He's just a good player. He's going to put the ball to the right side to keep pushing him there. So he's just a great guy.
Jon, I saw Buddy see something you guys want to talk about. What do you have to say?
Oh, he just told me that's how it's done. And I was like, yeah, that's right. Like that's it. That's me. So we were on the same page, and you know, he liked what he saw.
There have been so many times this season that the hitting's been there, the pitching hasn't. The road trip is like that. How sick are you guys of that? And was tonight kind of hopefully the way to turn that around?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. 'Cause we've been kind of like one-sided all year, you know, going back and forth or whatever. But we haven't really been on the same page a lot. But when we're feeding off each other's energy, that seems to when it kicks in. You know, the offense does something great. You know, we're fired up, and then it's just a motivator. It's just good energy going around and spreading to everyone.
Speaking of energy, starting rotation, I remember last year you would get on stretches and you were feeding off of each other. Do you think that's what we're kind of seeing right now in the past week and a half with the starters?
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I know that Kyle the other night had a great game. You know, that didn't do anything to me, but made me want to pitch better. So, yeah, I think the more games we have like that, the better we're going to be as a team.
You knew that you were short of the cycle and you were on deck in the 8th?
Yeah, I did know that.
Were you like, please give me at least a shot that made a big lead and there's a chance to maybe swing away?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if it didn't creep in, but at the end of the day, you know, a win is what we wanted. So, the personal stuff, I can wait for another day.
How much of a relief was it to have the pitching and hitting kind of on the same page today? Because that seemed to be hard.
We've all kind of been feeling like, we're all due. It's just a matter of time before we link up, and today was a good sign. We still got a lot of work to do, and a lot of games to play. So, hopefully it's not too late.
Tension loosener was this game tonight for you guys?
Yeah, it was nice. A big win. All the credit goes to Jon right there. Shutting down a lineup like that, that's very impressive. So we just got to build off this win.
There have been so many games that the offense was there and the pitching wasn't, and vice versa. I mean, have you guys felt that frustration for the last month or so?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it hasn't clicked on both cylinders there. When hitting would do well, the pitching would struggle, pitching would do well, hitters would struggle. So tonight we kind of put it all together, and it was a great game.
Well, what is it like to hit a home run like that one that, goes high into the night and you get to watch it?
It was nice. He did the same pitch 3 straight times, so I felt like I was going to get one of them. I was pumped about it.
You talked about how the offense and defense, or the pitching staff, struggled meshing. Is there anything that you guys can do to kind of continue that, or is it just an organic process of the season?
It's just a process. Just gotta go out there and execute, do your job. Play for the team, and the rest will take care of itself.
Dude, after a rough couple of days coming up that big hit, the situational hit, you got the run scoring part of that rally started. It must have felt good. And with a simple base hit the other way, that had to feel good.
Yeah, it felt good. I was just trying to not roll over on a changeup, went to a double play, so we did a good job staying through it there and really got it going. First off, Jon's at bat before that was incredible. I think the 3-2 slider he took, I don't know how he took that, but it was impressive.
Thanks, David.